Two AI agents researched Apple, analyzed the financials, and wrote a buy-sell recommendation in 30 seconds. And they talked to each other to figure it out, just like a real team. I built this entire system in 15 minutes, no coding, just drag, drop, and connect. So let me show you exactly how. I'm Chris, and I make tutorials on building practical AI systems. If that's your vibe, hit subscribe because we're doing this every single week. Now, here's what blew my mind about this system. The agents actually have conversations. The research agent finds the latest news about whatever company it is that you want, doesn't know what it means financially, so it has to ask the financial analyst for help. They work together. And by the end of this video, you'll have the exact same setup. Type in a company name, Tesla, whatever, your AI team goes to work. We're going to be building this in 3 simple steps. The first step is the foundation. That's the main agent. That's going to be our research agent. Step 2, that's going to be the specialist. That's going to be our financial analyst, the one that searches the web looking for financial results. And then third is basically just getting them both to work together. It's simple. Let's build. Okay, but before we start dragging nodes around, you're probably wondering, what even is an AI agent? Because if you don't get this, the rest won't make sense. Here's the simple way to think about it. Normal ChatGPT, you ask it a question and it answers from memory. That's it. An AI agent, it can use tools, search Google, call other AI agents, run calculations, whatever you give it. So in our case, our research agent gets 2 tools. One is Perplexity Search to find the latest news, and 2, the ability to ask our financial analyst for help. That's it. That's the whole magic trick. Let's build a foundation. All right, foundation first. 4 nodes, that's it. In N8N, we start with a chat trigger. This is just the text box where we're going to type in our questions. Very easy. Next, AI agent node. This is our main coordinator. But every AI agent needs a brain, so we need to plug it into OpenAI's chat model. That is your GPT. Now, there is one thing that we have to always remember, and this is actually where a lot of people kind of make some mistakes. We need to add in memory. Without memory, your agent basically has amnesia. You'll ask a follow-up question, and it'll have no idea what you just said. So we're going to add some simple memory. Boom. That's it. All of these now they're connected. That's the skeleton of the entire design. Everything else is going to build on this. Now, let's build the specialist. Here's where it gets interesting. We're about to build a second AI agent, the financial analyst, and this one's going to have a very specific job. Let's add this agent as a tool to our research agent, and we're going to label this one financial analyst. Again, we're going to need brain and some memory. It's the exact same as before, and we'll use OpenAI for the brain and just the simple memory for the memory. Now, here's something you don't want to forget. These agents need to talk to each other, and they need to use a standardized format called JSON. So we need to add the ability for our agent to do just that. That's exactly what the output parser is for. So let's just add it here and give it the simple example structure that we're going to need. Without this, agent B says, yeah, I'm thinking revenue could go up, and agent A has no idea what to do with that information. It basically can't even see it. With this, agent A can read and understand what agent A is saying and where that message actually belongs. It helps to ensure that there's clean communication. Okay, next, the system prompt, the agent's instruction manual. We're going to use this prompt here, so you can pause the screen to copy it if you want, and that's basically it. Now comes the power move. We give the analyst access to the internet, because what good is a financial analyst if they can't even look up earnings reports or market data? It's completely useless, so we're going to fix that right now. Let's add a Perplexity tool. We're going to connect that to the financial analyst tool input. Now, we could have used SERP here, but we're going to use Perplexity because honestly, I already have it set up and it's pretty fast, returns clean data, and it does a good job to make sure that it doesn't get really confused with vague questions. So now our financial analyst can search for earnings, stock prices, analyst ratings, whatever it thinks it needs to do the job. Boom, specialist built. Now we just need to get these 2 agents to work together. If we do this right, it's gonna feel like magic. So first, our research agent also needs a web search tool. So we're gonna add another Perplexity tool here and we'll connect it to the research agent. Now here's the key. we need to explain to the research agent how to use the financial analyst tool. We do this in the system prompt. So we're going to use this prompt here. And again, if you need to, you can pause the screen. Think about what we just did. The research agent can now literally call the financial analyst, almost like calling a function. Hey, financial analyst, analyze the news for me. And the financial analyst will do exactly that. So let's look at what we've built. The research agent coordinates, searches the news, decides when to bring in the specialist. The financial analyst focuses purely on evaluating the financial impact. It's a team. Now let's test this thing out. All right, so here's the moment of truth. Does this thing actually work, or did we just waste 15 minutes? Well, let's find out. Let's just activate our workflow, open the chat, and let's start by typing in, let's say, Apple. Now watch the nodes. Research agent fires first, searching Perplexity for any news on Apple. It'll find the latest articles, but it doesn't know what this means financially, so now it's triggering the financial analyst. The financial analyst will use the Perplexity tool to search for earnings and any analyst opinions, basically anything that it needs to make its decision, and then it'll send a summary back to the research agent. Now, the research agent is compiling everything into a final buy-sell recommendation. If it needs to, it can go back to the financial analyst and ask more questions for more clarification. Look at this. It's a complete summary with a recommendation, all done in like 30 seconds. Now, quick disclaimer, this is not financial advice. This is a research tool. Always do your own due diligence and talk to actual financial professionals before making investment decisions. That's just my disclaimer. But as a research tool, honestly, this is incredible. Let's try another one. One test could be a fluke. Let's see if this will work with a completely different company. I'm going to use, let's say, NVIDIA. Same process. We'll just type NVIDIA, hit send, agent goes to work, research agent finds news, calls the financial analyst evaluates it, and within seconds, another complete recommendation. And again, if the research agent wanted to, it could dig deeper. It could ask follow-up questions, and it can continue to go back and forth until it has all the information it needs to make a final decision. This is genuinely like having a research team on demand for pennies. Okay, let's bring this home. What did we actually build? And what can you do with this now? Well, we built a multi-agent research system. We had a research agent that finds the news. We had a financial analyst that analyzes the impact. Then they work together fully autonomously. The framework, agent plus brain plus tools. Get this pattern down. You can build any AI system that you want. Here's what you can do next. One, you can customize the prompts. Focus on specific industries or even types of analysis. The second thing you could do is you could add more agents. Maybe you want a sentiment analyst. Maybe you want a competitor researcher. You know, the possibilities could really be endless. And then the third thing, obviously, you could automate this. Run it every morning, have it send yourself an email report with the latest trends for the latest stocks that you're following. It's really kind of crazy when you think about the power that you'll have. Once you get this foundation down, it's amazing what you can do. All right, before I let you go, one more thing I want you to think about. You know, big companies pay thousands of dollars a month for research teams. There are whole departments that are dedicated to this. You just built a simple version of that can run 24/7, and you did it in less than 15 minutes. And really, this is just the beginning, because now you understand the pattern. Agent plus brain plus tools. You can build customer support agents, content research agents, personal assistants, entire AI teams. So if you want more of this, more end-to-end workflows, more AI automation, more systems you can actually use in your business or in your life, then you're going to want to hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video, then you're going to want to watch this one right here.